Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3, though it doesn't really look like it very much, does it? This is the new Get High game mode, which Sledgehammer Games put together. I think they put a lot of work into this. It's actually pretty fun, but right now it appears it's going to be a very sporadic game mode that might just pop up on occasion for 4 hours and 20 minutes at a time. Yeah, it's called Get High. It's a celebration of 420 to some extent. I mean, I think eventually they're going to add it as a full game mode as we get closer to the 20th of April, but it's basically parkour. It's actually a pretty fun game mode, and this right here is actually going to be my best run of the mode so far. I do end up getting a win. I do get it in like 9 minutes or so. Like, it does take a while. I think I saw somewhere that somebody got it like just under 7 minutes, which is pretty crazy, but it's one of those things where it's interesting because it takes a lot to get used to all the different elements of the map, and then of course you're also dealing with other people. You guys saw there at the very beginning, I was lined up with a bunch of other people, and then I don't know, maybe it was their first time in there, maybe they didn't really know what they were doing, but I got past a bunch of them. Then they start to catch up towards the end, then it gets kind of heated towards the end, and eventually I end up winning. It was pretty cool. It's an interesting mode because it takes a while to get through this entire area. There's no doubt that Sledgehammer Games put a lot of time and effort into this. It's a lot like some of the creative modes that you might find in a game like Fortnite, where you can take a break from the sweatfest-filled multiplayer, or even Warzone, or even Zombies that never gets updated anymore, and you can jump into this and you can just run around, have some fun. You get a decent amount of XP, I'm not gonna lie, but the game mode itself, I feel, is in its very early stages almost. Maybe they don't have any grand plans to make it any crazier than it already is, but for me, it just seems like they could do a bit more with it. Like, it's parkour, you try to get to the very top of the map in the fastest time possible, but other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on. There are targets, I'm sure you guys have noticed throughout this video, there are targets you can shoot at with your gun for XP, but it doesn't seem to actually do anything. I don't think there's actually a benefit towards it really whatsoever. It just gives you a little bit of XP, and if nothing else, it just slows you down, because instead of running around with an assault rifle in your hand, why not just run around with your fist? It's possible that they balance the game mode so that you run just as fast with the assault rifle as you do your fist, but it just doesn't seem like there's really a reason for you to actually go ahead and shoot things. If you're trying to get to the top as fast as possible, then why would you stop to shoot at different targets that don't even give you an actual benefit? Another thing that kind of was a little bit odd to me is it's a limited time mode. Again, I was watching the Fallout TV show at my brother's house last night, and I start getting notifications saying that this new game was live. It's only live for 4 hours and 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, let's finish up this episode. Like, we got time. Let's do another episode. And then I went home and I played it for half an hour or so, an hour, maybe 3 or 4 matches, and I got my win. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but nothing happens, right? You get a little bit of XP. There's no reward for winning. I don't feel like, again, the shooting of targets or anything really matters in any capacity really whatsoever. So I'm like, it's interesting because they definitely put a lot of time and effort into it. The puzzles and the obstacles are fun. I definitely enjoy that. The aesthetic is good. The music is good, but it just seems like there's not a lot to it. Like, once you get that win, are you still going to want to keep on playing it? You know, for me, I wanted to win this mode just to prove to myself that I could do it. You know, kind of takes me back to the Sega Genesis days playing Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff like that. But once I got that win, I'm like, you get decent XP, I suppose, so if you care about leveling up and you just want to chill out and just run around and do something different, it's fine, but it just seems like they could add a bit more to it to make it more enticing for players, aside from just slapping on a limited time tag on it and making it only available sporadically for 4 hours and 20 minutes at a time. I mean, for all I know, the game mode right now, as you're watching this video, it could be active within Modern Warfare 3. It could not be active. We don't know when they're going to make this game mode go live, when they're going to take it away. I imagine as we get closer to April 20th, they're going to make it more of a full-time mode and people can run around and do it. But again, once you get that win, if you're competitive like me, like, you want to beat the mode, you know what I mean? Like, if you beat the mode, you get that win, you get that feeling, you get to the top staircase and everything, you're like, okay, I did it. But then after that's like, oh, what's even the point? But I don't know. I think it's an interesting mode that they could definitely expand upon quite a bit. It's obvious they put a bunch of effort into it. I just feel like there should be some rewards for it. Maybe there should be some more XP for it. Maybe there should be an actual timer so you can see your exact time once you get to the very end of it, which you're not going to get to the end every single time unless you really know the map. So it would be nice if there was a timer. It would be nice if there were rewards. It would be nice if packet bursts weren't making me fall off things on occasion. I don't know. It's a cool mode. I'm glad they did it. For about an hour there when I was playing, it was interesting just because, again, I'm trying to figure out the puzzles, and sometimes you get into a lobby, you join late, you have a 0% chance of winning, but you're trying to get as far as you possibly can so you can see the obstacles and try to figure them out and try to figure out a way to go about them faster. That aspect of it is cool. I just hope they expand upon it in the future, and I hope that they have more ideas like this because, again, it's a neat idea. It's a fun alternative to multiplayer and the sweatfest that we have there. It's a cool alternative to Warzone and Zombies. It's just something different. I'm very happy they did it. I just hope they expand upon it. It's not going to become a one-time one-time thing that they only make active every couple of days for 4 hours and 20 minutes because, haha, I hope they expand upon it. It's a neat concept. It's a neat idea. And I'm interested, did any of you guys actually get to play this last night? What are your thoughts on the game mode? Did you actually get that win? And were you enjoying the mode as a whole? And if you did not get to play the game mode, are you interested in it? Let me know about that down there in the comments. And ladies and gentlemen, just for the rest of the video here, I'm going to pop on the music. And it's not even my music. Like, the game mode has some nice synthwave in the background. Like, it's a cool mode. I think it's interesting. So if you guys want to see what happens at the very end and everything, like the rest of the obstacles, I'm just going to play out the video. If you're a YouTube content creator maybe that was not able to play the game, but maybe you want to cover it or whatever, feel free to use my footage. Just download the video or whatever. I mean, there's no watermarks or anything on it. So feel free, use the gameplay, use the music, use whatever. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
Game over moment, man, but here I am.